Kayla Buchanan, and welcome to Around the Region. Tonight, World Suicide Prevention Day brings us an inside look at a family affected by suicide. Battle River Ranch Camp opens its doors to new apprentices, and the Lloydminster Bobcats kick off their new season in style. But up first, CNWA Wrestling invaded Lashburn, and we caught up with local competitor Old School Chris Wayne as he prepared for the biggest fight of his life against the five-time world heavyweight champ.
Something I've wanted to do since I was 8 years old. You know, when I grew up, on TV we had Stampede Wrestling and we had Hockey Night in Canada back in the late 70s, early 80s, so that was it. So every Saturday when the Stampede Wrestling music came on, it was me and Grandma and Grandpa in front of the TV, and kind of grow up with it, and you idolize those guys. I said to myself, I want to do that one day. And then when I got lucky enough, as time wore on, we got cable TV, big thing back then, and the NWA came on, or WTBS Superstation, and it was a whole new brand. It was wrestling / entertainment, and it was just, I was hooked even more. I wish everyone could have grown up back then and watched and had the ability to watch what my generation watched as wrestling fans, because it was real to me. You would die before you'd let before you wouldn't cheer the good guy on, and the bad guys, man, at the live shows, I remember being terrified, and it was just one of those things that just hooked. And when you've seen how they acted in the ring and how they carried themselves outside the ring, it's just, hey, I want to do that, I want to be that.
In July of 1997, Chris started his wrestling career at a training school in the U.S.
As I've gotten older, I've kind of progressed. When I first got back, my first wrestling name, when I was down in the States, I was younger, they called me the Canadian Heartthrob. So I had my tight little tights and stuff, and flashy jackets. And then as I've gotten older, and I'm not so much of a heartthrob anymore, my old school persona, I kind of take that back to the traditions of wrestling. I respect everybody who came before me and did what they did to ensure that I could do what I wanted to do. And I try to liken that to how I do it, what I do in the ring. There's nothing really flashy. I try to keep things simple. I try to, my own thing is I would like to be able to bring wrestling back the way it used to be, and I try to do that when I'm in the ring. I call what we do 50% sport, 50% entertainment. There's not a person that would ever come and watch one of our shows, one of my matches, that'll ever tell me that I don't hit somebody and that they don't hit me.
I'm at the Lashburn Community Hall right now with Chris, and it's almost go time. Tell me, what is going through your head right now?
Right now, we're about an hour away from the biggest match in my professional career. The one thing that's going through my mind is this is the chance I've been waiting for 15 years. This is my shot to prove to everyone that my decision to become a wrestler was all worth it. I've got the NWA World Heavyweight Champ tonight, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, and win, lose, or draw, it's the culmination of 15 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and I'm going to lay it all on the line tonight.
What is your game plan going into tonight's match?
Game plan tonight? I've always hit hard, so being in the ring with the champ, I've got to keep doing it. I got to hit hard, I got to keep moving, try and wear him down.
It's a big challenge. Chris Wayne is a local-born talent. He's someone who the people are definitely going to be behind, and I've got one of those personalities, although I'm nice and smiling at you, that generally has a slight disdain for the general public. So I know that I'm going to have the odds stacked against me tonight against Chris, who's a hell of a competitor, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good challenge.
My night, everybody. My night.
Disappointment. I gave it my all. I ended up on the losing end tonight, but I'm proud of myself. I gave it my all, and I took him to the limit, and I was this close to walking out as the new champion. There's lots of shows coming up, so now I've got time to recoup and pick and choose where I want to go, where I'm going to have the best opponent, and the best chance to show the wrestling world who Chris Wayne is.
I can't wait until the CNWA returns to our region, and you can keep checking our Facebook page or follow our Twitter at Around the Region for upcoming events in our area. After the break, the Lloydminster Bobcats host their annual Evening of Champions.